What's up, everybody? This is the VSM Real Estate Podcast. I'm your host, Andre Anderson, and we're getting you closer to massively successful players in the Twin Cities real estate market. Today we have our guest, Joe Harris, with VSM Real Estate, new leasing director, if that's correct.
Yes. Thanks for having me.
Yes, of course. Yeah, we've been trying to get you on for a little bit here.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that you could come on this week. So, maybe you can kind of introduce yourself to the audience and kind of tell us who you are and, you're a fresh face. On the VSM team, from this year and whatnot. So
I joined up with VSM in I think it was the end of January when I came over. I was over at one of the bigger brokerages, Remax Results, for a year before that, and I was doing that and working a full-time job for a property management company during that time. Mm-hmm. And I had been working for that property management company. I think total it ended up being a little over 5 years. And then I was with another company for a little over 7 before that.
Oh, really?
So yeah, I've been working in property management for about 12 years now, 13 years.
Okay. VSM is like definitely nothing like super new to you.
No.
Like you have the brokerage experience and you have the property management experience. So that's amazing, man.
Yeah, and so kind of this new role of leasing director was kind of like a natural progression, going into this. So.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So how did you get into real estate in the first part? So you said you were with a different company for like 7 years or so?
Yeah, so I was working for a kind of a smaller property management company, mostly doing the maintenance work actually for them during that time. And then I moved over and took over like the head of maintenance for another property management company.
Oh, okay.
And then during that time, I met Joe Masliter, the prez of VSM. Yeah. And we have kind of a little connection where my oldest friend, his cousin is Joe's wife. And so that's how we ended up meeting a few years ago. Mm-hmm. And I knew he was doing real well in real estate, and we started talking about things, and he said, why don't you go get your license? And so I did, and then he moved over to Remax right at the same time that I was getting licensed.
Oh, so I just hopped on board.
Yeah, I just hopped on board with him, and then when he moved over here, he asked me to come on over too, and so that's how I wound up at VSM here. So
yeah, for sure.
But it's been great. It's been great so far. So I finally stepped away from that full-time job at the last day of February. So March 1st, I was full-time.
Oh, this
in
year?
Real estate of this year, yeah.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
So yeah, I did the 2 jobs for a little over a year there.
For sure.
And then finally felt comfortable enough to step away from the
property management
company there. Yep.
Yeah.
And now I'm with this property management company in brokerage. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So what were you doing with the property management companies before that?
Mostly the maintenance. So yeah, it was I was working as kind of underneath another maintenance worker at the first company when I was younger in my early 20s, mm-hmm. and then moved over and was the head of maintenance for this other property management company at that point. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But I did a little bit of leasing work, but not very much at that point. Yeah.
Because of the licensing and all that.
Yeah.
So that makes sense for sure. So you're really handy.
I think so at this point. It took a while, honestly, but at this point I think I am. Yeah.
I always deeply respect people that are super handy because, like, when I bought my first property and I tried to remove a door from a bathroom into the bedroom and put one up, it just looked like the shittiest thing ever. It was such shoddy work.
Yeah,
I was like, never doing anything like this again.
It didn't really come natural. I got to be honest. I wasn't that good at things at the beginning, but when you have to do them over and over and over again, especially at really old buildings, you get good at it.
Yeah, I would imagine stuff happens all the time.
It does.
Older buildings,
it
right?
does.
Yeah.
Especially things started happening, the same things started happening just because of age. Like a certain pipe in the wall would start just wearing out because it would get too thin and, just from eroding or whatever. And so.
For sure, yeah.
Yep.
So they were bigger apartment buildings, if I'm not correct?
So the first one was it was 6 buildings that were all sort of gated in together.
Oh, okay.
And so it was 225 apartments total.
Oh, wow.
And so that was our whole property management company, and so we had a small little team there.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I moved over to this other company, it was actually sort of similar, except it was 11 smaller buildings spread out around uptown.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I would just bounce from building to building, but it was about the same amount of units, a little over 200.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, but it required a little more just because there was that many more buildings,
right, for sure.
That many more boiler rooms and things like that.
Yep. So now it just seems like you're kind of spreading out more and more. So now it's the entire Twin Cities with single family homes and duplexes, apartment buildings, all this kind of stuff. For leasing and whatnot. But you're not going to be doing any handy and handy maintenance work, likely.
Yeah,
Right,
hopefully
so,
not too much. I've done a little bit already so far, actually.
Oh, have you?
I fixed the toilet the other day. Well, a real easy fix, but yeah.
Yeah. I've done some quick fixes for people just because I'm like, I need to get this thing leased out. And, So
yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
Right, for sure. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
But so what have you really enjoyed so far at VSM? You were really hitting the hard some of the brokerage and stuff like that, doing open houses and selling some property and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm liking it all. I've kind of got a taste of everything. You know, I've leased out a fair amount of properties, obviously, and then I just sold a duplex recently. We're closing on Monday, and I've got a house listed up in Dayton right now, and worked on a fair amount of the buy side of the deals as well. And it's been fun. There's been a lot going on. So
for sure, that's awesome, man. Yeah. So what's kind of most exciting for you to start leasing property and all that kind of stuff? You were kind of leasing property a little bit earlier this year, and then just like from the property management experience before, you didn't really necessarily do leasing, I would imagine. But
right. I showed some properties.
Just showed some.
But no, it's exciting. I like you never really know what's going to kind of come of showing these properties too. I mean, all of a sudden I'm working with somebody right now too that was potentially considering one of our properties to rent, but then she decided she'd rather buy.
Yeah.
And so you kind of never know what's going to pop up, but also it's just fun meeting all these new people and making all these different connections with the owners as well, and it just feels like things are really happening really fast, and it's exciting,
For sure.
So
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, whenever you can convert a renter into a buyer is amazing. Like especially if it's like you just showed them like a week ago and you're like, hey, would I potentially buy this or like buy something else that's like this, and you're like, oh my god, yeah,
for
sure,
it is.
Definitely keep on to those, man.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you kind of looking into doing investing yourself as well?
Yeah, I would love to. I've been thinking about it for a few years, and I haven't gotten into it yet, but I'd really like to. I know you do something yourself, right?
Yeah, a little bit. I only own 2 duplexes right now.
Sure.
But scaling and whatnot, trying to get some more.
Yeah. I don't know when I'll be able to pull the trigger here, but I plan on trying to get into it at some point for sure.
Okay. What are you thinking? Like doing a house hack or just buying just a house and then buying a different investment property, or?
I honestly don't know for sure at this point, but I should have gotten into house hacking when I was younger. But now I'm
it's a little
married, living out in the burbs. I don't think she'd be on board too much, but we'll see.
You can surprise her,
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Of course.
Yeah,
but I mean, so right now, do you rent right now, or do you own the home?
We do own. Yeah.
Okay. So it'd probably be just like buying a single family or something that you wouldn't live in, or.
Yeah, that's probably the first step, I suppose. Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
I've considered trying to do a flip or something at some point, but
that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Joe was just doing one. I know that. He just completed his first one.
I think that one went pretty well.
Yeah,
kind of started with something a little bit smaller to make it manageable, and maybe I'd do something along those lines too.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah,
I don't have any flip experience, unfortunately.
No.
But, I would want to start not doing $1 million flip or.
Yeah, it's a little risky.
It could be,
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you. Yeah. So, what's kind of your goal and your plan? You just kind of like getting more knowledge and stuff on investments, and then just really crushing the leasing director position and whatnot.
Yeah, that's the plan for the immediate future. Yeah. Okay. And I know it's going to obviously pick up a lot in the spring and summer of next year.
Yes.
So I think that's going to kind of, and who knows what's going to come from all of that too. So I think, that's just kind of the plan. Get used to things and get used to this new role over the course of the fall and winter here, and then come next spring, I'm sure it's going to explode with buyers and renters, and it's just going to be kind of nuts.
Yeah.
But it's going to be exciting to see what happens. So.
Yeah, I always feel like the fall and winter time period is like time for reflection and like regathering, or kind of like not summarizing, but like recapturing everything that happened this year, and then progressing into next year. What am I going to change? All this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Especially with like a large shift in position and whatnot for yourself.
Yeah.
Definitely taking stock right now and all that kind of stuff. Do you kind of agree that like there seems to be some natural, maybe there was probably, I would imagine, some downtime even in the property management before, correct?
Yeah, true, because we mostly at least discouraged winter move-outs, and most people don't want to anyways. So it was always a little bit quieter and kind of just time to kind of rethink things and prepare for the busy season. So
sure.
So this feels like a really good time to be starting this, to really be able to just kind of take my time, get used to it, and prepare for the busy time coming up,
Yeah, I know just the sheer amount of stuff that's going to happen is crazy. But
yeah.
Of course, that also means more money. So
right.
Really
yeah,
good.
that works.
No doubt. Yeah. Well, cool.
Yeah.
So right now, what areas have you been mostly focusing on?
Honestly, I've been kind of all over. I've been, a lot in St. Paul. But honestly, all over. I've been out in Minnetonka, down in the south suburbs, Minneapolis, St. Paul, but kind of all over, honestly, at this point. So
for sure.
Yeah,
that's awesome. So for people that wanted to get in touch with you, how could they get in touch with you?
So you can reach out to me by cell. My number is 612-723-0524, or by email, joeharris@vsmrealestate.com. I have a website too, joeharrisrealestate.com.
Yeah.
Those would probably be the easiest ways to get a hold of me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you put the website together yourself?
No, I didn't.
You didn't? Oh, okay, that's awesome. Yeah. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool, man. Very cool. All right, is there anything else that you'd like to talk about at all?
No. It was good being on here. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate your time. Stay classy.